So one of the easiest ways to make money in cryptocurrency is in these alternative ecosystems. So we've seen the explosions on the projects and the memes that have been built into the Solana ecosystem. And today we're going to go over 4 coins in the Avalanche ecosystem which have fantastic potential. So let's jump into today's presentation. So one that I think is a little bit of a hidden gem in the AVAX ecosystem, and I think it has a really bright future in this bull run, is Pangen. Now, this is a community-driven DEX, and it is a decentralized exchange which is similar to Uniswap. It's known for its fast transactions and its low fees, and it also allows holders of the native token PNG to vote on protocol decisions. Now, Pangen is recognized for its work on reducing impermanent loss and introducing deflationary tokenomics. So Pangen is actually the most popular DEX in the Avalanche ecosystem, and it also uses an automated market maker or an AMM, and this is to match orders between buyers and sellers. It also offers the options to gain interest on your crypto assets by providing liquidity on the platform. And you can also find accurate charts for trading pairs within the ecosystem. Now, one big benefit for the new investors in cryptocurrency is that the user interface on Pangen is very easy to use, so this is always a big positive. So if we take a look at the chart for it, we can see that it has a maximum supply of 230 million PNG, and currently we have almost 88% of this is in the circulating supply. Its market cap is currently at just over 16 million, so it is quite small, and we can see that the price of it went through quite a surge from November. It went quite steep up, had a little pullback, went up again, and it's having another pullback, which is expected, but we can see it is starting to make another little turn onto the upside for it, and I do think that this could be a great DCA opportunity. So next up we have Rocco, and they are definitely making a name for themselves in the GameFi sector of the Avalanche ecosystem. So Rocco is a decentralized GameFi platform, and it provides blockchain services to game developers, content creators, and player communities through the blockchain network. So the token Rocco, it is a crypto asset which offers an ecosystem of integrated blockchain software products for games. And when we take a look at what they have to offer and what's on their roadmap, they are one that is quite hard to ignore. They have an NFT marketplace, they've got pools, a launch pad, and they are also offering some staking as well. And I took a quick glance at some of their games, and for somebody who isn't really into gaming at all, if I'm being honest, they do look quite intriguing. Now, the only downside that we have here in terms of the tokenomics for Rocco is that we can see there's roughly only 20% of the supply is in circulation, which does make me a little bit wary, as there's a chance for the price dilution if a bunch of them got released at once. But currently it only has like a $3.5 million market cap, so it does have a very long way to go. And if we take a look at the chart for this, we can see that over the last year it has gone up by around 43%, and in the last month it has been pretty much all positive, and it's gone up 29% in the last month. So third on today's list is Beam. So Beam is a gaming network as well, which is empowered by the Merit Circle DAO, and one of its core components is the Beam SDK. So this is a flexible software development kit, and it enables game developers to choose between a variety of tools that can be used to fuel and structure their in-game blockchain element. Now, currently the Merit Circle token is being transitioned over to Beam, and this is so that it aligns with activities and practices within the Merit Circle ecosystem. And these are being transitioned at a ratio of 1 to 100. So for every 1 Merit Circle token, you receive 100 Beam tokens. And this is because Beam can only come into existence through a conversion of MC, and MC has a limited supply that cannot be increased. So if we quickly look at the chart here, we can see that around about 80% of the available tokens are currently in the circulating supply, and we're at a market cap of almost 950 million for this. Now, whilst overall in the last month, not much has really changed. It's gone down by 2%, and it's been it has been a little bit of a rocky road for it. But once again, I think as the gaming sector is set to take off again in the bull market, I think we can see quite a race further towards upside for this one. Now, the last one that I want to speak about for today is Joe. So Joe is the native token of Trader Joe, and it's another decentralized exchange on the Avalanche blockchain, and it's offering DeFi services which are including swapping, staking, and yield farming. So you've probably noticed that decentralized exchanges are becoming more and more popular, which is making the market tougher out there to crack. But Joe really does seem to succeed in this. Now, it's quite a well-known one, and it has been growing fairly rapidly as of late. So if we jump into the chart here, we can see that this is currently up over 112% over the last year. But remember, this does not mean we are too late to start a DCA into it. But this does not mean that we're too late to start dollar cost averaging in some investments. I know a lot of people think that if a coin has gone up quite significantly, that means it's too late. But if you dollar cost average over this, then it can end up working out really well for you. So we have a maximum supply of 500 million Joule, and 70% of these are currently in the circulating supply, so that's pretty reasonable. And the market cap is currently sitting at just over 169 million. So it does make it more of a mid cap now. So I would think it may not see the same level of growth as some of the smaller ones that we've spoken about today, but it doesn't mean that we cannot get really substantial gains on it as the excitement of this continues. Another thing that is a pretty big plus to me is that with the Joule token, there were no pre-sales, private sales or pre-listing allocations of the token. So we don't need to worry about whales and early investors dumping tokens, which would cause obviously the sell side pressure on it. It did, however, launch at the tail end of the bull market in 2021. Which was just really unfortunate timing on their part. I think everybody had expected the bull market to last longer than it did previously. So they didn't actually get to benefit from early adoption and the profitability, which would have been seen had they have launched during the bull market. So I think they could have been more strategic in their planning of this, but they have managed to survive what I think has been a fairly brutal bear market, which is impressive for a new launch. So I do think as long as we continue to see the growth on Avalanche continuing, these coins have a really good chance as they all have really good utilities behind them. As we said, decentralized exchanges are becoming more and more popular, and this is because people are becoming more educated on the downfalls of centralized exchanges. And I was discussing this in the community group the other day about how my biggest mistake in the previous bull run was obviously leaving all of my coins on a centralized exchange. So when Celsius went down, I didn't realise that I didn't actually own any of the tokens that I held in there. I effectively had handed them over to Celsius. And it was really interesting to hear other people's experiences with this. So I do have a link in the description below if you also love to discuss all things crypto. And there's people in there who have way more knowledge and way more experience than me on there. So it has been extremely helpful in my journey. So let me know what your thoughts are on the Avalanche. ecosystem below, and I will see you the next time. Bye.